What's up guys, Justin here with the CGEssentials.com. So in today's video we're going to check out a Blender add-on that allows you to create realistic planets really quickly. Let's go ahead and just jump into it. So Physical Celestial Objects is an add-on by Physical Add-ons that allows you to quickly create realistic looking planets inside of Blender. Note that it is currently in alpha right now, so it's not 100% complete. It is being offered at 50% off of what they're going to offer it for. Note that this is from the creators of Physical Starlight and Atmosphere, which is a really great volumetric sky, sunlight, and atmosphere simulator that helps you set up your lighting, which somehow I haven't done a video on yet, so I'll probably work on that pretty soon. But this tool in particular, I wanted to take a look at it real quick because it's really kind of interesting. Okay, so first off, note that this tool has some basic documentation as well as access to a Discord. So if you have any questions about anything inside of the tool, you can actually ask that and get help from the developer. All right, so the way this tool works is it gives you a little tab right here that you can use in order to add planets. So if I click in here, for example, and enable Physical Celestial Objects, that's just going to enable the add-on. Notice how nothing is happening right now. And so the first thing we want to do is we want to add a new planet. So if I click on Add New Planet, what that's going to do is that's going to add a planet right here. And note that the planets are only going to show up in rendered view. This is going to work in Eevee and cycles. We're mostly going to stay in Eevee for this example. But notice how at the moment we're not actually getting anything inside of our scene, right? And the reason why we're not getting anything inside of our scene is because we need to add a sun. So I'm just going to do a Shift A. I'm going to go to a light. I'm just going to add a sun right here. I'm going to move this up a little bit. Notice how still nothing is happening. And so we need to come in here and we need to actually select the sun so that we can tell this tool that it's going to use that sun for our lighting. Now, still nothing is happening. Sometimes you have to come in here and click on the reinitialize drivers button in order to get your planet to show up. And so you can kind of place this sun wherever you want. It doesn't really matter. Just note that the direction of the sun is going to affect the way that your planet is lit, like this. So I'm going to go ahead and move this like this for right now. And so now we have the options down below to start doing things with our planet. So we could do some simple things, like if we just wanted this to be like a certain color or something like that. Notice how I can do that using the little slider right here. Or you can also load in an image file. And so in this case, I'm going to the solarsystemscope.com/textures website, and you could download some of these textures for free. Note that they're distributed under Creative Commons Attribution 4.0. But in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to download a surface of a planet. Let's go ahead and let's bring Mars down. And I'll bring down the 8K right here. So when I click on this, this is just going to show me this map. Well, I'm just going to save it and then import it with this add-on. Well, notice how now that map has been applied to the surface of our planet right here, and it's being lit by our sun. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to move my body model out of the way. I always hate to delete the body model, so I'm not going to do that. But notice how the result that we get is going to change based on the way that our sun is set. So I can come in here and I can adjust my sun lighting right here. Notice how that sun lighting is going to affect the way that this looks, but there's also other things that you can adjust in here. So if you do have a height map or an emission map, you can plug them in here. I don't, so I'm just going to jump down to the atmosphere option right here. So I can click on that. Notice how when you do that, what that's going to do is that's going to generate an atmosphere around your planet. And you can use this to adjust things like the radius of the atmosphere. So if you want it to be super thick, you can adjust that. You can also adjust the density of the atmosphere, just like this. And notice how there are other options in here, like the amount of noise. So if you want that atmosphere to be a little bit more solid, you don't want that noise in here, then you can adjust that down. That's really kind of up to you. And so notice how you get some really cool effects on the back side if you do toggle that atmosphere on, like this. And so we also have the option down below to generate rings. So in this case for my rings, I don't really have a texture, so I just want to click on the procedural option right here. And so procedural rings is going to allow you to generate your rings. And so you can adjust things like the radius of the inside and the outside, like this, as well as things like the color. So if I wanted this to have a different color, I could just click on this and I can adjust the color of the rings. So say that you wanted like more of an orange ring like this, you can adjust this with this slider. So at the moment, I don't believe you have the option to rotate the rings. I think that may be something that they're working on. You can go up into your transformations and you can rotate your planet, right? Like this. So you could rotate your planet as well as changing the position of your planet like this. Note that currently I don't believe we have the ability to rotate the rings, only the planet itself. Hopefully that's something that gets added in a future update. And so this add-on does come with a couple example planets. It's got like Earth, Saturn, and Mars, I believe, and then also the Moon. Note how in the examples, these are actually designed to be physically realistic, meaning that the effects are going to be more realistic if you actually put things into the actual planet scale. Though note that we did get pretty good results in here without having to do that. But see how if you adjust your sun location, the actual rendered portion of the planet adjusts as well. So this does also present interesting possibilities when combined with physical starlight and atmosphere. So for example, if you've got the atmosphere in here, you could set this up where you've got kind of a ground plane and then you've got a planet off in the distance because you can adjust things like the size of the planet. That gets really interesting. So I was to really adjust this up, you can create this image where you've got kind of this cloud or this image in the background of the Earth or Mars or something like that as well. So you could also keyframe the position values if you wanted to set this where something like moves in the distance or something like that. Because this is movable, that's pretty easy to do. So obviously this is a very niche add-on. It's only helpful if you need to create planets, but it's really interesting the way that it does that, and I think it's really promising. Note that it is in alpha right now, but these initial settings are all here for you to start working with. Leave a comment below, let me know what you think about this tool. As always, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks, guys.